I'm an accountant and blogger. I started a blog recently and I am starting a YouTube channel, yay, called GWIB, Growing Women in Business. So Growing Women in Business is a platform that showcases the stories of successful women in business. It provides information, tips, and free resources to women. I started this because I found out that I am very encouraged when I hear or read the stories of women that have gone ahead to, make a name for themselves, have gone ahead to do well in whatever fields they have found themselves in. So sometime in the past, I found myself in a really low place. I was really scared, afraid, and confused. Somewhat confused about the future. I was wondering, what does the future hold? How do I had plans. Before now, I had, planned on how I wanted my life to be. I had an idea of how I wanted my life to be. But at the time I was planning, I didn't really think of how this thing was going to happen, like the processes I would have to go through and all that. So at the point where I was going through those processes, I am still going through those processes, but yeah, I got really discouraged, and it all seemed like such a long process, and I was wondering, when will this happen? When will I be that woman I had imagined myself to be? But I got in contact with someone through a meeting I attended. It was a mentorship session, and I told her my concerns, how I was feeling, confused and afraid. I wasn't sure of my next step, and I was feeling pressured from social media. I was seeing this person is doing that, this person is doing this. I'm like, Yvonne, what are you doing with your life? Like, is this how you want to end up, like, without an ambition? I was like, so that period was really a confusing period. But the breakthrough for me was when, this mentorship session rather, explained that she also went through that stage, and it was just as confusing for her. And she asked me my age, and I told her, and she's like, girl, you've got time, like, relax. Yeah, so she encouraged me to relax. She told me her story, and I even, I got to know that she had been through like a lot more than I was going through. And man, was I encouraged. Yeah, I was. And that was the breakthrough for me. And from then, anytime I feel down, there are still times I'm still going through this process, but I remember her story and the stories of other successful women, and I'm just encouraged that these guys didn't start the way they are now. You get, they didn't start that way, they grew. And I said, why not contact those you can and ask them, how did they grow? How did they deal with this period in their lives? How did they get to where they are now? And I'm like, okay, I'll do that. But then again, I'm like, why don't you share this with other people? Because in talking to my friends and people around me, I noticed that I wasn't the only one feeling this way. A couple of my friends and we were all dealing with this at the same time. So I'm like, why not share this with others? People could find it helpful. And I decided to start GWIB, Growing Women in Business. If you are deciding to join me on this journey of growth, please subscribe to my blog, gwibblog.com. Yeah, read my blog posts, watch my YouTube videos, follow my IG page, and trust me, I've got loads and loads of awesome content waiting for you. So in the next couple of weeks and months and in the future, I intend to provide information, tips, free resources to women. You find this blog and this platform very helpful, and if you're interested in all that I've shared, please subscribe, like, share. Yeah, so thank you very, very much for joining me on this journey. Bye.